Overtime is back.
Welcome back, electric pedal heads. Today, I'm honored with two special guests. On my left, you can see the good old BCD 1600, the old generation. And on my right, you can see the DCD 1600, the new generation. During this video, I'm going to refer them as the old generation charging dock and the new generation charging dock. As you can see, there are lots of improvements on the outside, but trust me, the inside has been changed completely. From CAN to a string phone to a smartphone, starting off with the visuals. As you can see, we have added an LED panel that indicates the current battery percentage for the battery that is inserted inside the dock. It's simple. If it's red, that means that the battery is from 0 to 40%. If it's orange, that means that the battery is from 40 to 80%. If it's green, that means that the battery is from 80 to 99%. And if it's blue, you know that it's fully charged. If previously you had to hug your charging dock to move it from one place to another, unfortunately now it's a bit less romantic, but it's more convenient. On both sides of the new generation charging dock, you can find handles that ease up the moving process. The air ventilation system has gained lots of attention as well. As you can see, there are many more air ventilation holes, and the new generation charging dock is powered with two fans located on the top and on the bottom, compared to one fan on the old generation charging dock. Charging time has also been reduced by more than 30%. With the old gen, it took half an hour for a battery to charge from 20 to 90%. With the new gen, it's only 20 minutes. Obviously, there are cons for fast charging as well. The temperature is increasing since more amps are pushed inside the battery. Higher temperatures are no bueno for battery, especially for longer periods of time, as it can increase the battery degradation and lower the performance. That's why we have the two fan setup. You might have noticed something new on the batteries as well. Tune in for our next episode, as it will be specifically directed to our new improvements in our in-house made batteries. While on the topic of indicators, there are two things that I need to mention. On the bottom part of the new gen charging dock slider, you can see a small infrared diode. It will be used for battery charger communication in the near future. As you can see, the good old battery meter hasn't changed, as it still indicates the battery percentage for the battery inserted inside the charging dock. Something still is missing for the new gen charging dock. With this cable, it's possible to charge two batteries at once, or a Burrell cart with BSR powertrain by plugging it right into the cart. By pressing the button on the right side, the full power of the new gen charging dock, or 40 amps, are pushed inside the battery, compared to old gen, where it was only 20 amps. The amps are gradually decreased when the overall pack voltage is close to being full. The second button, located on the left side, gives you two options. First one, to charge the battery inside the charging dock with half the power, or 20 amps. This is perfect if you're not in a rush, as it will not increase the temperature as much as fast charging. The second option is to use the cable and charge an external battery, or plug it directly into the cart as shown before. And of course, you can use these two options at the same time. One battery charging in the dock, one charging on the cable. One of the last things we need to cover are numbers. The rated power of the new gen charging dock in fast charge mode is 2400 watts, but in single charge mode, it's 1200 watts, compared to old generation charging dock, where it was only 1200 watts, and that's it. The necessary input voltage for both of the charging docks starts from 90 volts AC and goes up to 265 volts AC as well. This means that you can basically use them anywhere. And the output voltage for both of the charging docks is 48 volts. If you live in a place with unstable power supply and you are worried that you will damage some of the components inside the charging dock, we got you covered. We have implemented a leakage circuit breaker to be triggered before any other component. You can turn back the breaker by sliding up the lid on the side of the dock. As you can see in the old gen, there are no lids for the breaker, meaning that you need to take off the side cover to turn the breaker back on. Or, if you're skillful enough, you can just use something long enough to turn the breaker back on. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Until next time, when we'll be examining our in-house made batteries.